Hello friends, this is Astrologer Mohnish once again, and thank you for watching my videos about Vedic astrology. Well, in this video, I will be highlighting and sharing one of the very important concept of Vedic astrology. And that is about knowing the quality of your karmas. The karmas, what you're bringing from your previous life to this life. Astrology, the Vedic astrology is all based on the law of karma. What you sow, so shall you reap. So the quality of life what we are living at present has to do a lot with the quality of karmas we have done in our previous life. And knowing that is very important, especially if you're reading your own chart, if you're trying to read or decode your own destiny, and you want to see that why sometimes you do nothing but you still get good results, whereas sometimes you do a lot but you're not getting good results. And there are many people who are born with good things in life, and there are many who are born with nothing in their life. There are many who got nothing but they still achieve the best heights of their career, from starting from scratch, from becoming hero from zero. And there are also many people who continue to work hard, struggle, do their best, but still they do not reap any fruits. And also, this concept also links up with the astrological remedies. When an astrologer picks a remedy for you, the first thing they need to see is the quality of your karmas. Because it has happened, and I have a lot of clients who come to me and they tell me that previously also they have been to many astrologers who gave them many remedies. They tried everything, gemstones, mantras, meditation, but nothing has ever worked for them. And the reason, my dear friend, is because if an astrologer picks a remedy for you without actually knowing the quality of your karmas, they are not giving you the good or the best remedy. And I also encourage you, if you ever consult any astrologer, always ask them, can you please tell me the quality of my karmas through my Vedic chart, through my astrology chart, through my natal chart? That is a very important question. Just like you go to a doctor and doctor do all the diagnosis on you, he sends you for the tests, he sends you for the x-rays, for the ultrasound. It's your right. It is your right to know the results of each and every test what a doctor or a laboratory conducts over you. They rather tell you before they send you for the test. Similarly, astrology is also a science where we need to tell everything to our client, that what exactly we're looking and what exactly we are seeing and what exactly could be the remedy which can work for you. So there's no harm questioning the astrologer. The way I see chart for my clients, I share them over the Skype session or a Zoom session where I show them the clear picture of their chart and help them read their own chart. I show them exactly what is the logic, what is the rational, and how I'm coming to this conclusion A, conclusion B, and how I'm picking a remedies for you. And I always tell them that what is the quality of karma you're bringing to this life so that it can help them acknowledge it. And this is again the concept of quantum physics comes in. When you acknowledge something, that thing works differently. So this video will definitely help you, enlighten you, and change your life. And you will get to know the power of Vedic astrology, that how much an astrologer can know about you if that person is well qualified and know the concept of astrology in and out. So this video is all about knowing the quality of karmas you're bringing from your previous life. I do have a videos on my YouTube channel where I've talked about the destiny and the fate and also about the karmas, and I will put a link below these videos so that you can always check and know exactly what I'm talking about. So for now, I'm going to share my screen as usual with you, and you see this, understand the theoretical concept, then I will do one practical for you so that you can understand and reinforce this concept 100% in your brain, in your mind, and try and look into your chart that what to see, how to see the quality of karmas you're bringing to this life. So there are three qualities of karmas. One is the unforgivable sins, We call it as a Reda Karma in Sanskrit. These are inexcusable mistakes you performed in the previous life. And I won't go into the details of what are those mistakes, but these are the mistakes which have no forgiveness. And what is the criteria to know about this? The criteria is if none of the dasha load, dasha load means the load, the Mahadasha load at the time when you were born. And I will show you an example. So Mahadasha load at the time of your born, at the time of your birth, the Bhukti load, the Antardasha load at the time of your birth, your Lagna sign, or you can say Lagna lord also, and moon, moon is your mind, is receiving no aspect from Jupiter or the ninth lord. So if you see this criteria, this thing in your chart, that means you have done an inexcusable mistakes in your previous life. And these are called Drida karmas. So again, Jupiter, Jupiter is the most benevolent planet, the planet of wisdom and expansion, and the planet which can literally erode all your sins. It's one of the best benefics planets in anybody's chart according to Vedic astrology. If Jupiter or your ninth lord is the ninth is a house of your fortune, which you're bringing from the previous life and also making in this life. If Jupiter and the lord of your ninth house is not aspecting your moon, your ascendant sign, including your ascendant lord, or the Mahadasha lord and the Antardasha lord at the time of your birth. If this is a criteria, Jupiter and ninth lord is not aspecting them or not even sitting in the first house, that means you have done inexcusable mistakes in your previous life. So, in that scenario, no astrological remedies work, no gemstone will work, no mantra will work. You have to perform certain yogas and kriyas, which I'm not going into details right now, but you can understand the point. So, these are the mistakes which has no resolution. There are few, but the path is very difficult. And you have to consult a very good astrologer to know about that how you can erode those karmas from this present life, or you will be suffering forever. Now, second is the forgiving sins, and these are the excusable mistakes, and these are called adhrita karmas in Sanskrit. And these are the people, if you see this criteria, and the criteria to know about this is if the Jupiter or the ninth lord, Jupiter, the one of the best planets, the benefic planets, or the ninth lord is in the Lagna, in the house number one, in the Lagna sign, or conjoined with the Lagna lord, moon, Dasha lord, or the Bhukti lord. So once again, if your ninth lord or Jupiter is placed in the first house, or it has been conjoined with moon in any of the houses, or it has been conjoined with one of the Mahadasha lords or Antardasha lords at the time of your birth. That means you are the most, I think you are the best person because you have done no inexcusable mistakes. Your mistakes are so nice, so forgiving that even with the smallest remedy or the smallest action you perform for the benefits of these people, for the benefit of people or mankind, you will gain a lot and you will be able to erode your previous life bad karmas. So these people get, as I've written here, maximum benefits from any kind of remedies they perform. They just simply do a charity, donations, they wear a gemstone, they do mantras, or worshiping their God, whomsoever you believe. You will be easily be able to erode your bad karmas or respecting your elders also. So these are the forgivable sins, and see in your chart what karmas you have performed. And the finally, which is where I believe the 90% of the charts I have ever seen fall into this category. This is the category of Drida karma. That means this is the in between of the two types. Neither they are forgivable sins, nor they are unforgivable sins. So the people who have done some kind of a sins or some kind of mistakes, but not to the extent that they are inexcusable, but to the point that they are also not inexcusable unless you perform some kind of charity or you seek forgiveness. So in this category, you have to seek forgiveness. And how you do that? through astrological means, through mantras, through worshipping, through donations, and using the best of the astrological remedies. And I feel that a proper remedy in this scenario works wonders. And when I say proper remedies, it means that you cannot just simply go and pick any remedy. Consult a good astrologer, a professional astrologer who can see what is the best remedy for you to get out of those drida karmas. So it could be gemstone, it could be mantras, it could be worshipping, it could be charity, it could be combination of both, right? Or two or three. So for this, you need to consult a very qualified astrologer to get rid of those karmas. And the criteria for this is a lagna or moon or dasha lord or the bhukti lord, the same planets which we talked about in the previous two categories. They receive aspect from Jupiter or the ninth lord. Okay, so in this case, Jupiter is not conjoined with them, or not sitting in the first house, but Jupiter, wherever it is, or the ninth lord, could be any planet, sitting wherever it sits, it aspects your Lagna house, or your Lagna lord, or your moon, or your Dasha lord, or Bhukti lord at the time of your birth. So this is the very, very important concept. And I will show you one example how you see that using Jagannath Hora software. So take a screenshot of this, understand this concept theoretically, put that into your conscious mind, in your subconscious mind, absorb it, think about it, then open your chart and see what does it shows. It will change your life and your perception instantly. If you're going through some troubled times in your life, you'll get to know why. Are you seeking forgiveness or not? Can you be forgiven? Yes or no? And if you are enjoying your life, everything is good as per you planned, and even though something happens, small alterations happens, but you just get out of it very fast, very soon, look at your chart. Look at the chart, what kind of karmas you have done, what force is helping you, who is giving you that fortune, that in spite of even you sometimes do mistakes in this life, you still get out of it very quickly, or by birth you have all the things what you need. Look at this chart and always send me your emails, your feedback, and your comments. So without further talks, let's go straight into our example. So I'm going to share my screen, and this is the chart of Swami Vivekananda, as you see in my software Jagannath Hora, which I use for my research. And if you see this in his chart, I'm going to use my marker here. In his chart, you see where is ninth lord. Ninth lord is sun. And where is sun sitting? Sun is sitting in the Lagna, in the first house. And do you see any other sign here? So when he was born on January 12th, 1863. That means he was born under the dasha of um, moon, and the bhukti of, that is antardasha of 1863 Saturn. So moon and Saturn, he was born under this. So now see whether the ninth lord sun aspect it. It doesn't. Or Jupiter aspects it. It does not. And same you can see here that Jupiter is conjoined in the Bhavachalit chart. This is Bhavachalit chart. You see Jupiter is conjoined with moon also, and Jupiter is conjoined with Saturn also, which is the Bhukti lord. So see both the charts. First see the Lagna chart. It will give you the major indication. And if you see in the Lagna chart, the Lord of Ninth is sitting in the Lagna, which meets our first criteria of this one. So forgivable sins, right? So Jupiter or the ninth Lord will be in Lagna or conjoined with Moon or the Shor Bhakti Lord. So you see this is what Swami Vivekananda charts shows, that he was a very pious soul. And that's the reason whatever he did in his life, he achieved so much. And he was into spirituality, he was into religion, he was the founder of Ramakrishna mission. So you can read about his life, but this is what it shows, the best karmas he did in his previous life, that they were so negligible that even with the smallest thing he did in this life gave him a tremendous results. So this is where the category of Swami Vivekananda ji fall into the Advaita karmas, the very, very negligible, excusable mistakes, right? And he made some mistake. That's why he was born again as a human. And then, he worked hard to erode his karmas and then finally attain the moksha. So this is how you see the chart. Where is in the Lagna chart, where is Jupiter and where is the ninth lord sitting? And it will tell you, go back to my slide and see what criteria it falls under. So for Swami Vivekanandaji's, it is a forgivable sin, excusable sins, very minor, very small, which can be easily be eroded by the nice, good conduct in this life. And if I have to give you an example of unforgivable sins, I can run that also with you pretty quickly. And for that, I will open a chart of one of my client. Definitely the name has been changed. So if you see, this is a chart of my client, and she was born May 16th, 1988. And if we go to the Dasha, so she was under the Mahadasha of Moon and Antardasha of Rahu at the time of her birth. And now look at her ninth lord, which is Venus. So does Venus have any aspect or any conjunction with the ascendant or ascendant lord? None. So Venus is sitting in fourth house, even in the Bhavachalit also. It aspects Saturn, but it is not sitting in the Lagna, and it has no connection with Moon either. It is not aspecting Moon. It is not aspecting ascendant. It is not aspecting the ascendant lord Mercury either. So there is no connection of the ninth lord. Now see if Jupiter is making any connection. So Jupiter is sitting in the eighth house in both the charts, and it is aspecting the second house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and also aspecting the fourth house with his ninth aspect. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12th house. So there is no connection of Jupiter with either moon, no connection with either ascendant, or no connection with either ascendant lord. So Jupiter and the ninth lord has no connection with either ascendant or with the moon. Now, do they have any connection with moon? Is a Mahadasha. We have already seen that no connection with moon already. And the Rahu was the Bhukti, the Antardasha. So does Jupiter have, or ninth house has any connection with Rahu? You can see there's no connection. So this is a sign of the karmas which are inexcusable mistakes. This is an unforgivable sin she has performed in her previous life. And I won't go into the details, but I know what she's suffering from and why her life is what she's leading right now. So this is the example of, you see, unforgivable sins where there's no connection of ninth lord or Jupiter with your ascendant lord, ascendant sign, or with your Mahadasha lord or Bhukti lord at the time of your birth, or even with moon. So the third one is, in between of these two charts, 90% of the people I have seen their charts fall into this category. Now I won't go into this example because I want you to see this. And if you find any problems and issues, you text me, you email me, you write your comments, and I will help you so that you learn how to figure this out. So the criteria is written here. Now go and look into your chart. First, look at the Lagna chart. It gives you the ideal situation. If you still do not see anything happening in the Lagna Lord, then look at the Bhavachalit chart and see in that Kaspal chart if the aspects are happening or conjunction is happening or not. So once again, I believe that this will help you understand astrology from the deeper perspective. Things gets very serious in astrology, but this is how I teach. Before I teach you how to make a predictions, you need to know what exactly you have to see in the chart before you start predicting anything or provide remedies to your clients or to the people whom you know. So once again, this is Astrologer Mohnish, and I will try my best to teach you astrology slowly, systematically, step by step. And I will teach you how to make predictions also. So check out my link. I do, courses live courses online, teach astrology. If you want to learn the predictive Vedic astrology, you can check my link below and you can connect with me. You can join. It's Astrologer Mohnish once again, and I see you in my next video. Thank you. Please stay safe and stay happy.